Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, just ignore the hair, just go with it. We're gonna be getting it done later this week and I'm so excited. Right now I just have it like twisted, so it kind of is what it is. But you should already know what today's video is. But today's video is listening to audiobooks for a whole week. We're gonna see if we can do it. I mean, when I listen to audiobooks, sometimes I can listen to it within a day. Sometimes I take a little longer to listen. So I feel like this should be interesting to see how many I can get in through the week, especially since I'm only going to be reading or listening to audiobooks. I thought this was a fun idea because I feel like I've seen a lot on TikTok, especially on TikTok, people saying that audiobooks are not a form of reading. So yeah, we've all heard that audio is not well, not all of us, maybe you haven't, maybe you're not big on TikTok, but I've been hearing it that audio is not a form of like reading at all, which it is. So that's why I came up with today's video. But we're also gonna put a twist, not really a twist, but we're gonna be trying to work through my TBR as well. So I don't wanna just get audiobooks and they're not part of my TBR. So I'm gonna show you what we're working with. We're gonna start off with the 5th season because I have this on hold in my library and I just have to do this one first because I have it on hold. So we're gonna start with this, and I don't know if I should make it so I'm only listening and I don't pick up the book, because knowing me, I probably will pick up the book at some point, but we're definitely gonna have audio. So I'm still trying to work out if I should just only listen to the audio and not pick up the book. But like if I'm working through my TBR, it's gonna be in my nature to actually pick up the book, especially if I'm loving it. So we'll see, but we're gonna stick with audio for right now. We're gonna see, we're just gonna roll with it. We're also going to be reading Golden Sun. This is the 2nd book in the Red Rising series. I have this on audio too. So then we're going to go with the Jade City. I have this on audio as well, and I do want to annotate this. So maybe that might make it like fun and easier to annotate while listening to it and annotating. Then lastly, I have this on Audible. It's actually free on Audible. I didn't know that, and so I just downloaded it. So we have a romance in there. I think that would be great for me to like break it up because the rest of them are like science fiction, sci-fi, fantasy. So I think it would be great to have like throw a romance in there for my audiobooks. It might be a little bit more challenging to just listen to the audio for these 3 books specifically because they are fantasy sci-fi, and so you know, you really have to like pay attention because there's a lot of world building. I think the 2nd book here in the Red Rising series, Golden Sun, won't be too challenging for me because I'm already into the world, so I kind of already know what's going on. I did want to do a little refresher, but I think I'll be okay. I'm gonna read it and see if I need a refresher, but I think I'll be okay because I do remember the world and things that have happened. So I think the easiest one for me to just listen straight on Audible would be this, because this is like a romantic comedy, The Stand-In, and you know, they just flow easier. I think I listen to a lot of fantasy and romance on audio, but with the fantasy I feel like I do end up picking up the book or like rereading or going back over it if I'm listening to it on audio. Because I mean, a lot of times when I'm listening to audio, I'm not doing anything crazy either. I'm usually just cleaning or cooking dinner, and I have to do both of those tasks today. I have to clean the kitchen and I have to cook dinner. So it just makes sense that we're gonna start an audiobook. So we're gonna start with the 5th season. We're gonna see what I get read this week. I might add in some other books here, but again, I'm trying to get books off of my TBR, so we're gonna go in with the audiobook. We're going in with the 5th season first. Now, this is a thick one too. I don't know how long the audio is. I actually have this on loan at the library, Libby. And that's kind of why I have to start it, because it's due in 4 days, you guys. It's 15 hours, but I listened to it on 2x speed, so yeah. We're gonna go ahead and start the 5th season. I'm gonna just go ahead and do some skincare. I'm gonna go get my nails done, so that'll be great because I can listen to it while I get my nails done. So right now I'm gonna just do some skincare, start the audiobook, and we're gonna go from there, okay? Oh, I completely just forgot that I should have my headphones in right now. Oh my. This is the same narrator for Kender. I just realized that. I was like, man, her voice sounds familiar. It's because it's the same narrator. Okay, guys. We are 13. Oh my God, I was gonna say we're 13 chapters in. We are 4 chapters in. Oh my goodness. 13%. I am now getting ready to go get my nails done, so I will be continue listening to it, to the audiobook. So far, I feel like it's very interesting. It's a unique concept. They keep mentioning how the world like ended, and I feel like maybe I should just say that all my vlogs are gonna be spoilery, because me trying to not spoil stuff, literally just talk around in circles. And yeah, so there's gonna be spoilers here, because what I heard shook me. Apparently, like, there are origins in this story, and you know, it's like it's illegal to be them because they're very powerful, right? They can do things like make the earth shake, and like they're just extremely powerful like human beings. And it's basically like you cannot be one, like you need to report it if you're one, right? So our main character, she is one, and she has 2 kids, and her 2 kids have the abilities that she has. And I don't think her husband knows, or yeah, I don't think he knows. The father of the children, he does not know. And because he doesn't know, the baby, the youngest one, was showing, I guess, signs of being an origin, and so the dad murdered the baby. Caught me so off guard. I'm like, whoa. Like, do my makeup today. I thought I was just gonna do like some skincare, but yeah, hey, we're going with it. Big old pimple patch here, a little bit of makeup. I just did like a BB cream and a bunch of highlighter, as you can see, and then I did my eyes here. Didn't do anything too crazy with my eyes. Yeah, I didn't even undo my twist. I just put like a headband over it and called it a day. The headband messed up this one, but I don't even really care, honestly, at all. I'm just going to get my nails done, and then I'm just going to get gloves so I can make dinner. So we're gonna continue. I'm gonna put it on aux because I'm not in my car, so I don't have like the Apple CarPlay. I'm in my mom's car. This one's fine, but this one just keeps going like down. And it's like, it's not even because I'm talking, because I mean, this one's fine. Like this one's completely fine. It's this one, it's just like, no girl, I'm gonna go all the way down your face here. Whatever. So this is my first time talking to you guys today. Last time I talked to you was yesterday. I did get my nails done. I showed you my feet. You're welcome. I got them done white. And these are my nails. I absolutely love them. They're so cute. It feels so good to have nails again. I just feel like me. Like, they're just so cute. I love it. And you know, then they're them not being press-ons. Like, these are acrylics, so it just feels nice to have like acrylics on my nails. It is 1:58. Don't know why I told you the time, but I am now 59% through the 5th season. So yesterday I got 34% in, and to be honest, I was not really listening to it at the nail salon because I definitely could have got further in. I did have to restart a little bit, so I'm now at 59%. So let's talk about it. I'm gonna grab the physical book real quick and we can talk about it. By all means, I am not a hair expert at all. I don't even know why I've recorded myself doing this to my hair. But this has kind of been my go-to style, but this time I parted it a little bit to, I don't know, I guess make it stay. The thing is, it always shrinks up, so I always end up taking it out the next day. I just added my daughter's butterfly clips here. It's not perfect by any means. I just didn't want to pull my hair up into a bun because that does cause tension here, and I feel like because of what I do for work, I'm always putting my hair in a bun. So I'm trying to find ways to do my hair without giving it too much tension here. We are 59% into the 5th season, the reason why you guys are really here. Okay, and I did have to restart it. I have it on Libby, and I kind of want to just go back into the second book, and I'm not even done with it yet. So I had to restart it because it was a little bit confusing. So it follows three women, and one of the women, her point of view is in second person, which is really weird. I've never read a book in second person. Oh, my little nugget went to sleep. Oh, yay, nap time. Okay, so what's the other nugget doing? Twins are good. Okay, so it was a little confusing because one of the perspectives, the character Yusin, oh my god, I should be able to say it because I was listening to the audio, and that's one thing I love about listening to fantasies on audio, is that you now know how to pronounce the character's name. Well, technically I still don't know how to pronounce the character's name, and part of that reason is because it's in second person, which is so weird to me. Like, it's just so weird to me being in second person, and I still do like it, but it's an adjustment, so I had to restart or like repeat a couple times a couple things because I was like, wait, hold on, whose perspective are we in? Because it was, you do this, or you now feel this, so it's second person. So I was like, wait, what? Like, huh? And then it goes to another character, Dima, and then it goes to another character, Sinai, and you're just like, well, because it's like those characters are like normal, like third person perspective, and then the one perspective is second person. It's like, you now feel this, and it's like, what? I feel what? How do I feel? Huh? What you mean I feel that? I feel nothing. It's an adjustment to get used to. What, you want to show the people your toy? You want to show the people your toy? I'm not gonna hold you here and talk. Okay, I'm gonna put you down now. Hi guys, welcome back to this video. It is oh my gosh, a couple weeks later, I think I literally can only focus on one thing at a time, you guys. I definitely think it is like a week later because it's a week later because I dyed my hair, and I told you guys during the last part of this video, because I'm also working on another video, that I was gonna be dyeing my hair. So this is my hair. It's not like looking cute right now because I have my sunglasses because I just got in. So I don't know, I just can only focus on one thing at a time, you guys. Well, not one thing, I guess one video at a time, and I just like lose focus, or sometimes if I feel like it's too long, I just give up completely, or if I've gone too long without, I give up completely. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go back because technically I could have finished this video because I have listened to a ton of audiobooks recently, like a ton. They just weren't on my TBR. So I listened to First Lie Wins and The Fury, which was actually really disappointing. So you'll hear about that one in my wrap up, which is another thing. I haven't done a February wrap up. So I think I am gonna do February and March combined at this point because I don't know. I think I might do February and March combined. I think we're just gonna do February and March, wrap it up together. We're gonna get back to this video and we're gonna try to multitask, okay? I think it's just because I get confused with the clips, but I mean, the simple solution is to just watch the clips and go, especially because a lot of times you'll see me wearing the shirt like multiple times because when I'm obsessed with shirts, I wear them often. And when I'm in the house, I tend to wear like the same thing often. So it confuses me, and that's why I'm like, I'm a one video at a time girly, but realistically, some of these videos just take such a long time. Like this week, I don't even think I'm gonna do my weekly Wednesday video because I just worked. I wanted some extra hours, so I just worked. So today is Wednesday, and we just got home from work. We ran a couple errands and got lunch. So let's get into what I got because I went to Barnes, obviously. And I am on a book buying ban, but these books are part of series that I'm in the middle of, and one is for a video. The other one, technically I don't have an excuse for buying it because I'm just kind of now reading that book, and we'll discuss that in a moment because I'm listening to it on audio while I'm reading the other series. So a lot of series, but we are actually going through my TBR, which is good. I've only listened to I listened to the 2 audiobooks that were not this long, but I could have put it in there and just been like, oops, you guys, don't follow my own instructions. Clearly don't follow my own instructions. So technically I could have put it in there. It didn't. I'm sorry. We're just, let's go with what I got from Barnes. These things are not related to anything other than my children. But I thought I would show you because these were like 50% off and they were at the front desk and they were cute. My children are obsessed with Blippi, so I got this little Blippi book. I don't know, it just looked really cute. And Paw Patrol because, hello, these are children's staples. So it's like a little story in the front, and then they have like a little mat thingy. My daughter's gonna be obsessed. She's gonna be so excited. Yeah, it's like a little map with like toys. She's gonna be so excited. I cannot wait to give her these. It was buy one get one, not free, but like they were 50% off. So it was like, I can do that. I can do that. So then now we're at the books for me. I only did 2 books, which is great because that's some self-control right there, because they're part of a series I'm already reading. So I had some self-control and I just wasn't just buying everything, okay? I had some self-control. So we have these 2 books here. So we have Daisy Hates The Great Undoing. Currently in the middle of Daisy Hates right now. So that's, surprise, surprise, that's what I'm vlogging, and that's gonna be a very long vlog. And part of the reason why I stopped this vlog, which I really shouldn't have, because I read multiple books at a time in multiple formats. So I'm highlighting and when I'm highlighting, I'm annotating Daisy Hates. So the first one, not this one, I just got this one. And so I'm annotating that, and then I've been listening to other books on the side. So technically I could have just finished this video again. So sorry. So sorry. And then we got Queen of Shadows. And again, I'm literally 25% into Throne of Glass, and I picked up Queen of Shadows. And I said in another video, I know that I didn't think I was really going to be into it. I picked up the audio. For Throne of Glass. So this is the audio I've been listening to. So for this video, we're gonna switch some things around, because the last book I read was 5th Season, which I updated you guys on, and I think I told you that that was like a 4.5. Like, it was really good, but I think the second person viewpoint was just kind of like tripping me out. So I think I'm gonna eventually, I don't know, because I'm in the middle of so many series, you guys, I will probably pick the audio up for that one on Libby. Don't know when. It's not this video though, because I've started Throne of Glass. So we have started Throne of Glass. We're like 25% in. I'm listening to audio, so I don't have a bookmark or anything. Like, I literally have not picked up the physical book, and I just feel like the narrator is doing her job. So I'm just gonna continue. A lot of times, even when the narrator does her job, I still go back and forth between the book, because I just like holding the book, and I just like, sometimes I like listening to the audio and like reading the book at the same time. I don't know, but right now I have not picked up this book physically at all, so I'm 25% in. I've been listening to the audio, and I've actually been loving it, and I don't know, maybe it's just like I needed to listen to the audio to get me back to being excited about this world. But that's why I did end up picking up Queen of Shadows, because I think I told you all the books I wanted to read in March. And I think I might get a couple of them for sure read, because I have audio for it. But realistically, I think I'm just gonna stick out these two series, because they're just what I'm in the mood for, and it's just what I want to read. So again, I'll probably just try to continue to pick up audio books on my TBR, and then continue these two series, because these are what I want to read right now. Anyway, this is listening to audio for a week. So we're listening to this. So I guess I can tell you about this, because we're now listening to it, and this is now going to be a part of this video. So this, so the order I read it in was Assassin's Blade, and then now I'm reading Throne of Glass. And at first I was thinking I shouldn't have done Assassin's Blade first, because I didn't love Assassin's Blade. So I was thinking I wouldn't love Throne of Glass, right? But I'm actually glad that I did now, because reading it and how it ended off, you see how she got here, right? And so now she's kind of like fallen from being like the top assassin to now being like a slave in the slave mines. And there's this competition where she can possibly earn her freedom by working for the king for like 4 years, because she negotiated it down. They were saying 6 years. She was like, nah, give me 3. Like, I need to be free. I need to be free to do as I please. Respect. I like that. So yeah, and so I'm getting a glimpse of Dorian from little things I've seen on like social media. I'm guessing Dorian's gonna be like the love interest. But the thing that I don't like though about the audiobook is the narrator does kind of do this like a little voice for him, where he sounds like very arrogant, and I'm like, not in a good way. It reminds me of, I don't know if y'all watch anime, but One Piece. Oh my gosh, what is his name? I'm gonna insert the picture here, but it reminds me of him, where he's like, Papa, Papa. That she's literally doing that voice for Dorian, and I'm like, I can't let this be her love interest. So I would say maybe that's the only downside to the audio. That voice just makes me think he is like this little spoiled, rotten, arrogant little thing, and he's trying to get away from his dad. So It's not, the voice she's doing is not connecting with like what the character is trying to do. So we're 25% in. I'm gonna put my headphones in, take you guys downstairs with me, clean some dishes, and give my kids the books that I got. So we're changing it up because I did say I was gonna read some other books. So we did finish 5th season. We're reading Throne of Glass. After this, because again, we're doing audio for a week. We still are gonna read The Stand-In because this cover, everything about it has been so like I'm obsessed. And I haven't really seen any YouTubers really like talk about this. I haven't seen this be talked about at all, really. I think there's this one YouTuber, Tiffany Leanne, and she raved about it. And the cover has just been like staring at me for months and months and months. But this just feels like a book that I need to read in this season because it's now becoming like spring. So, you know, some books very much are so like spring, summertime books. And I just kept staring at this all winter, but I was like, this is not the season for this book. So definitely when I finish Throne of Glass, we're gonna go straight into The Stand-In. Okay, you guys, this vlog is officially all over the place. Like, it's so bad. And I am so sorry. For some reason, I can't vlog like 2 different vlogs at one time. Like, I can do like a short vlog, then I cannot vlog like a long vlog and a long vlog. I have to do a short and a long, like a really short, like a 10-minute type of day in the life thing, and then like a weekly, because I'm in the middle of like 2 right now. So I haven't uploaded, oh my goodness, because I'm still working on these vlogs. And to be completely honest, I've already said this, this vlog could be done if I just updated you guys. And I just cannot focus on updating you guys to let you know I have finished more than 2 audiobooks. So this was like a terrible idea. Not really. Because hear me out. Listening to audio, because I basically have been listening to audio like all week, and I've been picking up one book and one book only, and I'm highlighting, annotating, doing a different vlog for that book, for that series, those books. So I would say audio is definitely 100% reading, because that's all your girl has been doing. I haven't picked up the Kindle. I've only picked up one book, and I have not updated you guys on that either, because I've been busy reading all of these things, and I have not updated you on any of it. I have only updated you on the 5th season. And since that time, I have listened to The Fury, which was like 2.5. That was disappointing, but you'll hear that in my monthly wrap up. Then we also listened to First Lie Wins. That was really good. Despite the fact that I forgot what it was called, it was really good. I think I just need to listen to some thrillers to get me back right. Then after that, I updated you guys and I told you that I listened to Throne of Glass. I was gonna say Assassin's Blade, but that's because I just put that on my bookshelf and I need to put Throne of Glass next to it because I just finished it. So, update on Throne of Glass. I gave this a 4 stars. I am now slowly understanding the hype. After reading Assassin's Blade first, I have mentioned previously that I thought that was the wrong reading order. No, I think that was right. I think that was right. I think I need to get that one out of the way to actually get into here, because I feel like if I had gotten in here and then gotten a couple more books down and then read Assassin's Blade in that order,
I would have been like super duper bored because Assassin's Blade, I think I said like 4.25. It's like a 4, 3.75. It's not. This is a 4. Sometimes you guys send me your ratings. Sometimes I speak my ratings too fast, so my ratings will kind of change, you guys, because sometimes I just speed out something and it's wrong. I had to think about it. I really had to think about it, and definitely Assassin's Blade was like a 3.75. This is like a 4. So we're getting into it. We're getting into it. I loved the ending without saying too much, but yeah, I just found this was really interesting. There was like a kind of a little bit of an element of like a whodunit, because they're doing these kind of like trials to win their freedom. So Selena, our female main character. So the thing here is this is like third person, so you get other viewpoints, but our main character is Selena, and yeah, so she's trying to win her freedom in this book. So there's like trials going on, and then there's this person who's you know, the other contestants. So there's kind of like an element of like a who did it, who done it, and I kind of wasn't even expecting it to be that person. And then there's kind of like a love thing going on with Dorian, who is the prince. And I think the only thing about the audio, and I think I did mention this to you guys, is that the voice actor would do this little voice for Dorian where it would be like very like uppity and snippety, and I was like, I don't know if I like this character. So I'm like, I don't know if I can like their romance simply because that voice is stuck in my head. So I don't know, maybe like reading the next one and not listening to it. But who am I kidding? I probably will be listening to it because I am on an audiobook kick. And yeah, audiobooks are 100% reading because I'm loving it. I finished this book faster than I normally would, honestly, because actually no, I might have finished it slower because I was not, there was a couple times I just didn't read. I was watching Love is Blind and I was doing other stuff. I'm on like a little mini break from school, so I'm watching a lot of TV and, you know, to fill my free time, I guess. And I thought I would be filling most of my free time with reading, but I guess I'm watching and rewatching shows, whatever. So I honestly could have probably finished this sooner, but I knew I had the audiobook, so I kind of saved the audiobook for when I was like doing stuff like cooking dinner or like cleaning or like driving. I've been saving the audiobook, so I haven't been listening to it consistently. Whereas like a lot of times when I do have audiobooks, I might listen to it all damn day. But I've been doing more, which is good because sometimes, you know, you need a little break to get into it. And actually try to get one more book in here because I literally have no footage, and I usually like to do 3 books in a vlog because realistically I more so am, especially if they're not thicker books, I really am reading more so like 3 or like 2.5 to 3. Like I'm finishing the third if it's short. If it's long, realistically I'm just finishing what I can on audio, or I have it on my Kindle if it's long. I have multiple points, and I kind of sometimes just focus on that one book if it's long, but majority of the time I'm not focusing on one single book, and I have to have it be different genres. So I have now started the stand-in, and I love this book, and we're on chapter 16, so we only have 3 hours and 22 minutes left in this audiobook. We're not gonna finish that tonight. 16, so we're like 140-ish pages into this book, so like right like that much through the book, and we're loving it. This is really cute. Like actually now flipping through the pages, there's like little cute cute. And I just love it. I feel like I relate to the character because she is trying to do all these like to-do plans and have like this planner like, and she can't, like, she spends all her time trying to like focus on the task that she doesn't even do the task. And I'm like, I do that so often. Like I try to get organized and like have all the tasks and then focus on the task, and then I'm like, I spent my whole time just organizing this stuff that I didn't even do the damn task. It's so bad, but I love this character. So what happens here is, I thought this was gonna be a romance, and I feel like there may be like a tiny smidgen of romance in here, but not like, it's not the forefront of this book. And I actually really do love that because we're really getting to know the characters here, and I'm loving the characters. So Gracie is just, I guess like you would say, like a regular girl. She has her 9-to-5 job that she's working, and then one day out of nowhere she gets approached by a famous actor who looks exactly like her. They could pass for twins, and the only reason why she's really approached by this actor is because like a picture was released of Gracie where they said that she was the actor Fonda, but she wasn't. And it's crazy because that picture actually did get her fired, which is a little bit of a spoiler, but it happened early on in the book, so it's not anything too crazy of a spoiler. But yeah, so then that picture ends up actually getting her fired. So then her getting fired kind of leads her to take on being her stand-in and going to these events pretending that she is this actor. And I was not expecting to be so obsessed with this book. And then she has like personal stuff going on too, where her dad died like way back due to cancer, and now her mom is ill, and her mom has Alzheimer's, so she's the caregiver of her mother. So she's really just trying to figure out how to make all this money so she can put her mom in this good home and buy herself a home, because she also wants to live nice too, and she wants her mom to live nice with the best care. So she's like, I need to get this money so that I can help my mom and I help myself live better. So that element right there is just really like, oh, like it pulls on your heartstrings. Always the books you least expect. And again, I just kept seeing this and seeing this and seeing this at Target, and so then I finally picked it up, let it sit on my TBR cart for like a whole year, and now I'm finally reading it because I decided to do this video, and it was actually free on Audible. So if you're watching this video, go download this free on audio book, like on audio, Audible. Go download this free on Audible. This is so good. I love it already. Only 140 pages in. I'm feeling like I'm feeling attached to these characters already. I'll come back with updates on this tomorrow because I only have 3 hours and 22 minutes, like I said, left on here to listen to. And I'm loving it. So who am I kidding? I might just listen to some more of it today and then save like 2 hours for tomorrow. I don't know. I also work tomorrow. So again, I won't be updating you guys until like late tomorrow to finally wrap it up and end it with 3 books, even though I've listened to technically like 5. And I have not been that great with you guys. Let's finally wrap up this video. Oh my gosh, I feel like I have been like filming this video like forever, you guys. And originally I didn't mean to be filming this forever, right? It just kind of happened because I'm trying to focus on 2 vlogs at one time, taking a break from the other vlog. And so now I'm behind in that book, and I'm actually loving this book, and I feel like it's making me like slump just a little bit because I want to finish it. But then I started this, and now anywho, welcome to the end of this video. Welcome to the rant that's gonna come. So overall, I think that, at least for me, I can prove that audio is a form of reading. I definitely think so, 100%. As someone who mostly listens to audiobooks because I just stay busy with the kids, work, and other stuff, so audio usually is my main form of consuming books. And I think it comes with its pros and its cons depending on you as a reader, as a person. Everybody is so different, so everything comes with pros, everything comes with cons. So I would say it has its pros, it has its cons. Like sometimes when I'm listening to it driving, my mind like will race to like a million other things, especially if I'm going to like a doctor's appointment or if I'm going to work and it's just been like a week and I'm just like ready and thinking about like what else could probably go wrong this week. Or like if my mind is already racing, then audiobooks are not the best format, honestly, because you're not really focused and you're not really paying attention to the book. So then it kind of doesn't feel like you're reading, it just feels like you're listening to something and you don't have to like, but you do really have to focus. If you are really truly like trying to read and enjoy the book, you kind of do have to like focus, you know? So I could say that that would be a con. Another con is like if you're a person like me who has allergies or you tend to get sick a lot. I definitely get sick way more now having kids. I say this all the time, but I never used to be like sick and cramping too. I'm feeling like all the feels right now. So wearing like the headphones that go inside your ears definitely, like I feel like it clogged me up, especially now it's springtime, so it's audio, like it's allergy. I said audio, it's allergy season, so it definitely makes it worse because this time around my ears always get like cloggy and it's just, oh, I feel so bad. So I think having the AirPods does not help, so I do need to get another set of like over the ears because that definitely is a little bit better for me, my allergies, my congestion, especially this time of year. So for me, that would be like the two cons and the two reasons why I feel like audiobooks may not feel like reading if you want to go there. But wrap this up and talk about the books that I did read. I'm gonna go ahead and include the books that I was telling you about previously, even though I didn't mention it in this video like at all until that point. So we started off here the 5th season. This is like a fantasy sci-fi kind of, I wanted to say thriller, but the next books are thrillers. So this is a trilogy because there's 3 books. This is the first one actually in a series, and for audio, the narrator was fantastic. I loved her. She did a great job, especially because in this book there are basically 3 different women that the story follows. So the rest of the point of views are in 3rd person, and the one point, I guess our main character, right? Her point of view is in 2nd person. I've never read a book like that before, and I think I mentioned that before too, but I've never read a book like that. So with the narration, it did get a little bit confusing to me. So I did end up picking it up at work a couple times and just physically reading some of it. So I think audio, going back to that, I think audio is good too if you have like a physical copy too, because sometimes you can just go back and forth and you already know you're focused and into the book. So it just helps you like stay in here, because sometimes you just really love a book so much, like when you're physically reading it, that audio kind of enhances it because now you can take it with you on the go. Only bad thing is if you're annotating and listening, but you can always kind of go back and rewind, especially like if you own the audiobook on Spotify or Audible, then you can just kind of go back, rewind, like, and re-underline what you were finding before. So that's another reason why audiobooks are nice. But yeah, and you're never out of the story really. And I feel like I had to do that with this because it was just too confusing, different viewpoints. I think audio is also good for like thrillers. Like you can listen to fantasies, but for me personally, audio is really good for like romances and not smutty romances. 'Cause if you're in the car, it's I feel like regular romantic comedies, like just regular romance, YA romance, I think audiobooks are good for that. And they're good for thrillers as well, because thrillers is all about suspense. So you could be like doing the dishes and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden like you're at the suspenseful part and you're like, what? And then you're like looking everywhere wondering what's going on. So it kind of enhances your experience. But back to this is a fantasy, and I have listened to fantasies before on audiobooks, but I think this one is definitely more of like a fantasy sci-fi, whereas the ones that I did listen to on audio were mostly romanticities. So definitely think it's better being able to at least switch back and forth between these books. But this was definitely a 4.5. If it wasn't confusing, I probably would have rated it a little bit higher. The second person threw me, so I think that also would have made it a little bit higher. But at the same time, I did like that in the audio, like listening to that on audio, because the narrator really did a good job. Whereas if I was just reading this by itself, the second person would have really, really thrown me off. And I definitely probably would have took longer to read this. I might have put it down and picked it back up later, because it just would have thrown me off so much. But the narrator really did a good job. So this was a 4.5. I do want to continue in the series. I'm debating on putting a hold on Libby. I mean, I think it's going to be a little bit before I do audio again because of my ears. But I was thinking about doing audio for the second one. Because I heard of the second one because it was crazy. I don't want to give too much away, obviously, because I try not to do spoilers here. And you guys have to let me know if you do want spoilers, because my filter in this is really hard trying to describe without describing. But there's a little twist in here that I kind of thought would happen, but then when it did happen, I was like, wait, huh? Like, I knew it was leading up to that, but I was still like, wait, what? Like, I was still a little bit shocked because there was kind of a twist in here. And so I think because of the twist and because of the ending, that it will now mainly be in a different point of view. So I think that would be great for narration. So if you're paying attention, you probably caught the spoiler. Then, this is the last one I read. The other one I do have a physical copy of, but I'm not going downstairs to talk about that one. So I'm going to talk about the books that I physically have here first. So this is The Stand-In. We love this book. This is a 5-star, and the narration to this was perfection. I thought, well, I don't even think this is really a romance. I don't know how I would describe this. Maybe like literary. I don't know how I would describe this because there was romance in here, but it was so in the back burner. Like, this book is really great. It highlights mental health, and especially with her being the main character, Gracie being half Asian and half white, mental health is not really talked about in like minorities. It's just kind of something you put on the back burner, like, oh, so what, you're depressed, like kind of build a bridge and get over it. So I love that this book highlights it and it talks about it in a beautiful way. Love the characters. I really connected with them. I really connected and loved the story, the character, everything she was like going through her mom having her health issues and being older, and her having to be kind of the caregiver to her mother and trying to do the best so she can get her mom the best care, and still trying to like do what she wants to do. And I just love this so much. I could talk about this like forever. And I don't know, it's just a 5-star. I debate a lot of times if I should give certain books 5 stars, but sometimes just the vibe, and like even if you can't describe why it's a 5-star, but it just gives you like those feelings and you just resonate with it, it's just a 5-star. So you shouldn't really debate with yourself. So I absolutely love this book so much. She has another book called The Comeback. Might listen to that. Might see if they actually have a physical book, because again, I kind of want to break from my headphones, but 5 out of 5. So next is a book I do physically have, is downstairs. I started Throne of Glass. I had already read Assassin's Blade, and so the order I read it was Assassin's Blade. Now I'm reading Throne of Glass, and now I'm on to Crown of Midnight, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't know if I was going to enjoy it. I didn't know if I was going to enjoy it, because Assassin's Blade, I did like, kind of, sort of. I think it was like a 4, maybe like a 3.75 if we're like really super technical about numbers. Somewhere around there. Didn't love it. Didn't hate it. Wanted to see more about what the series is about. Throne of Glass, I think, is definitely like a solid 4. So it's like progressing, and I'm understanding, and I'm starting to see like, okay, well, let's see what's going on, and I can see that it might really like pull me in, and I might love it. I still think I'm an ACOTAR girly. I still feel like that's my number 1 right now, and I feel like that's because this one I think is gonna be deep into politics. Throne of Glass kind of shows you what happens before, like not before, but what happened after, because depending on the reading order will depend on that. But Assassin's Blade is basically like little novellas of kind of what was Selena, her life, what her life was as an assassin before all of the stuff is happening now in Throne of Glass. So I liked everything. There was like a little challenge, I feel like a lot of fantasies do have like little trials and stuff like that. So I kind of knew there was going to be a trial in there. So there's a little trial, and walks you through it. There was kind of like a little element of mystery, like who done it, like because the contestants are like getting off, so there's kind of an element of who's doing this, who is getting rid of the other contestants. 4, I think it's off to a good start. I think the audio definitely helped get through it, because yeah, I don't know if I could get through too much of that, because I'm not obsessing over it. Like ACOTAR, by the first book, I was obsessed over it, and I think that's okay. Like different books resonate with different people, so it hasn't yet just hit me. Like it's good, but it hasn't, like the effects of it haven't hit me. The books I don't physically have. So first one was The Fury. I debated talking about this in here or just talking about it in my wrap up. I guess I'm gonna talk about here because I'm, might as well make this a little bit longer. Big disappointment. That was a 2.5. Big disappointment. And it's a big disappointment because I listened to The Silent Patient. I don't have the physical book of The Silent Patient either, but I listened to it and loved it. It was a 5 out of 5. Even when I knew or I saw the twist twisting, my jaw was still on the floor. That was a 5 out of 5, right? So rightfully so, I pick up The Fury and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be this is gonna be it. This is gonna be a 5 out of 5. Plus the narration is gonna make it perfect. Like, I knew I should just wait until I had a credit and downloaded it, so that way I could listen to it instead of picking up the physical copy. Good thing I listened to it right now, because I was bored. I was truly bored when I listened to this. It's about like these actors and this playwright, and basically he's like is writing this play. He becomes friends with these people, and they're not even like really like friends, really. I was just so bored, and I knew from the beginning we're given a unreliable narrator. One, so he's listening to people and all of that, like the players, the people involved in this, and like I'm speechless. I really have nothing. Like, what can I tell you? Knew from the beginning who it was. Even the twist, like, I wasn't jaw on the floor. Like, little twists and the twists all that were happening at the end. I was just like, okay, and like by that point I was so bored, and I was like, I know who did it. Like, even if you twist it, that person still did it, because it's gonna be a twist and then a twist and then a twist to reveal that this person still did it. And wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong. I was like, I didn't even really have to like listen to it to tell you that it was that person. So the rest of it, the in between, the middle, was just boring. It was truly boring. And I'm so disappointed. My hopes were so high when I saw that this book was coming out. And disappointed. Disappointed. I feel like this is really truly like, no, I've been disappointed before. I have been disappointed before, but I don't think I ever really had this high of a hope for a book and been like this disappointed. And it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. Because even Powerless, people were hyping that up on TikTok so much. I was like, oh, I'll probably love it. Didn't like it. Wasn't upset, really. I was just like, this was disappointing. I was very disappointed. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, disappointing. Not terrible, but disappointing. Like, it didn't really have me upset. Like, I already had the Hunger Games. That was 5 right there. Movies, 10. Like, I already had that, so I wasn't disappointed at this. Like, the movie was very good. Book, eh. I'm trying, like, when I very first got into reading, what was it? It Starts With Us or It Ends With Us, whichever one comes second. I don't even know. Can't even remember, because that was just every beginner reader who, like, when you get back into it after you're going for Colleen Hoover and you're going for that book. It Starts With Us was whatever. I just donated it. Sorry. The next one in that whole series, terrible, trash. What was that book? That book was nothing but a note to Ellen DeGeneres, and you cannot tell me otherwise. That's all that was. That was all that was. Even that, I don't think I was that upset that it was disappointing. I was just kind of, oh, like, this is what disappointment feels like in a book. But no, this is truly what disappointment feels in a book, because you expected so much. And it just feels like you're being negative, so you don't even want to talk about it. But I'm gonna let you know my disappointment. Sorry. I'll let you see my disappointment. Genuinely not negative. I normally can still be like, I think that's where the 2.5 comes in, is because I'm trying not to be like a negative Nancy. Last one was First Eye Wins. That was a thriller. That was probably like a 4 point. No, that's a 5. That's a 5. I really did like it. I wasn't expecting it to go that way when I said First Eye Wins. I don't know why in my head I was expecting them to be like at a game night or something like that. Because I generally did not have any knowledge of this book other than it was a thriller. And I kind of haven't done a thriller in a while. So I was like, what better time than to do it when I'm listening to audiobooks, because that's usually how I like listen to my or read my thrillers. It's usually an audiobook or an ebook on my Kindle. So I was like, what better time than now, right? Than now. What better time? So I did, and I don't regret it. It was really good, especially because I completely went in there blind. I did not know anything about it. I thought they were gonna be at like a game night and they were gonna be like trying to play like this game, and these couples, maybe they're all gonna be around the table, and they're gonna be going through games, right? And then one of the games that they picked was gonna be like this really intense game that leads to like a murder, right? And so now everybody's lying because everybody's a suspect and everybody's suspicious, and you know, gotta keep lying to keep the game going, but at the same time they're trying to like figure out the lie, figure out the murder. Like, I thought it was gonna be like really intense like that. It wasn't like that. Still very good. Really thought it was unique for like a thriller, because a lot of the ones lately, a lot of them involve like extramarital like affairs, like the spouse having to cheat and then that causing the motive, or abuse. Like a lot of them are like husband wife, and so at least a lot that I feel like I have been reading recently have to do with like husband wife and like that kind of thrillers. So it was nice to listen to something that was different than that. It didn't really involve husband and wife. It was kind of like this whole little secret agency, and the main character like kind of bamboozling the owner before he bamboozles her, which I liked. I liked it a lot. So that was definitely a 5-star. Definitely recommend it. Audiobooks are definitely reading. My camera is going to die on me as always. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far, comment a little Pinocchio nose for lying. Like, you lying. So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff below. Thank you for watching. Bye.